she is. Happy
Here I am.
Self-Care Sunday.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
perfect.
okay. It's
Happy,
so
happy.
it's so bright behind me. The sun is like shining through. I look dark.
Ah,
Everything looks dark around me.
you can just
Hi,
even
everybody.
change it. It's up to you.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy to see you. She is Tanya and Tessa's friend and our friend too,
Yes.
right? And then
Yeah.
she is a special guest. And then we are going to talk about have a fun vision fashion, right? The
Yes.
reason is the reason I ask her Tanya to be a guest, that I know she can talk. And then also she used to be model too, and she
Wow.
knows she's a professional. I trust she can give you a great ideas too. So we are going to talk about three main things, and then like maybe have we can just change ideas each other too.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, so we'll get it started. All right. Thank you so much, Tanya.
No worries. Um,
Okay, so
Good
yes,
morning,
go ahead. You
everybody.
can.
Do you, Yuko, do you want me to start or do you want to start? What are
Yeah,
we, how do you want to?
you can start. That's okay. We'll get it started. Like
Okay,
yeah.
so good morning again to everybody. I need water.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, water. We all need a water.
Sorry. Um, so Yuko and I had a little bit over an hour long meeting, which was interesting. She asked me some questions. I felt like
Mhm.
I was being personally interviewed, which was actually very nice. Celebrity status is always, it's always nice to feel like a celebrity. Um, I wanted to talk about, so we're going to do fun fashion today, but I wanted to open up and talk about someone who's been in fashion since 1895.
Ooh, wow,
Um,
that's been a long time. Yeah, long
yes,
time. Yes.
we all know and heard of and are well versed in Coco Chanel. Her original name is actually Gabrielle Chanel. Coco, she had invented herself, as you'll learn the story that I'm going to tell you about her. She made that name up on her own. She was born in France, not from a very rich, to-do elite family. She was actually really poor. She
Hmm.
lost both of her parents when she was between 13 and 16. She lost her mom to tuberculosis, which in the 1800s was a really huge disease. She also later lost her dad from depression and alcoholism because he couldn't deal with raising the three girls alone without the mom, and he missed her and those kind of things. And he died
Oh,
2 years later.
wow.
So she became parentless in her early teens, which was hard for her. There was no family that wanted to take the girls, so they ended up in convent in France. They had two dresses, just plain, like paper bag dresses.
Hmm.
No, everything was bland, food was bland, everything was just very plain and normal. And she found these books in French. She described them as Cinderella books.
Cinderella book.
Yes. So I
Okay.
believe what she meant by that was the clothing in the books was very descriptive. And
Hmm.
this caught her eye earlier on when she was a teenager. She used to hide them because you weren't allowed to have those types of things inside the
Yeah.
convent. So she would sneak and read them, and then she realized that maybe she wanted to be an actress and play in roles like the stories in the books. She tried that. She realized that she didn't have a lot of talent with acting or singing or dancing. That was
Hmm.
not her thing, but she did try it. And this is where
Yes.
Coco, the name Coco, came in. She didn't want to use Gabrielle, it's too long. So she decided to give herself a stage name as an actress
Yeah.
and call
Oh.
herself Coco.
So Coco is not the real name.
No,
The
it's not her real name. Her real
Everybody
name is,
knows it's Coco Chanel, but
yes. And
that's a
that's,
stage
I
name.
Yes, and that's what she wanted. I
Interesting.
think she wanted to
Yeah.
shorten it too, because Gabrielle Chanel. I mean, that
Yeah.
still rings a really nice bell too as well, but she
Yeah.
liked Coco better. So she then decided that if acting wasn't her thing, she was always into the fashion. Even when she was in the convent reading those books, she was intrigued by the description of the clothing. So
Mhm.
she became a décolleté, which is in our times, it's a seamstress. But she was a certain type of seamstress that did clothing for the rich and the famous in France.
Okay.
So the ladies that wore the huge crinoline dresses, the big
Mhm.
Cinderella dresses with the jewelry and the gold and everything, she became one of the ladies that makes those dresses for them. She was lucky enough
Oh,
to,
okay. That's how she started.
that's how she started.
Okay.
When she
Oh,
was about 18, 19, she started doing that.
oh wow, that's young. But maybe
She
back
was
then,
young,
maybe it's
yes.
not really young, but it's young. Yeah. Wow.
Probably back then it might not have been. It might have been,
Mm-hmm.
average. But
Mm-hmm.
she had met a gentleman who was rich, of his own means, and he had
Mm-hmm.
had a chateau, and he took a liking to her. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what that relationship was. They weren't very specific on that.
Mm.
But
Yep.
let's just say they became friends for all intents and purposes. And
It's
he
funny.
let her have one of the chateaus in his
Yep.
mansion, this big area that he owned,
That's
and
so
he
nice.
gave
Yeah.
her access to all of the materials, all of everything she needed to do the dresses for his friends that he used to entertain at his chateau in those times. Now,
Oh.
she was
Mm-hmm.
not your average female in those days. She didn't feel comfortable in the bustiers. She didn't
Yeah,
feel
those ones like
comfortable in the big crinoline dresses with the
yeah.
knickers and
Yeah.
the pantyhose and those kind of things. So she set her own fashion.
Mm-hmm.
She would wear men's dress shirts without the tie. She would make blazers out of old sweaters, whatnot, and wear bigger pants.
Ah, wow. Okay, I can picture that, but that's so
And then,
unique. Yeah.
yeah, and then this
Wow.
became a fashion because the rich people were wearing these uncomfortable clothes, especially the ladies, and
Oh,
they saw that she was different and they liked the things that she was wearing. So this is how she became Coco Chanel, the fashion designer, because now she had originally she started giving
mhm.
materials and clothing away for free. But then I believe early on she realized that she could make money from it. So, and these people were rich. So why not charge them
So
for
she's
something
like
that
she's
she's
like an
doing?
entrepreneur, like
She is,
female.
yes. Yes.
Wow.
At a very early
Very
age.
smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
she started making clothes for them for money,
Mhm.
which she was able to get more expensive materials and do more things with clothes that she wanted to wear. So her fashion became their fashion. And that's
Mhm.
how she started with the haute couture that we see now on the runways,
Mhm.
which originally is not hers. Now it's owned by another company. I'm not sure if they're following her values and so forth, but that's how it originally started with her being 18, 19, 20, doing her own fashion for the rich and elite in
Mhm.
France at that time.
Wow, it's interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
And what so once she did that, she was the type of person who
Mhm.
got bored really easy. I believe that she had a million goals in her head, but she wanted to do one at a time. So she
Mm.
started the fashion thing. She started making money off of that. She got bored with it, but she continued with it. But she added hats at this point. So we see
Yes,
the
yes.
hats of the royal family
Yep, the one
nowadays
with
with the feathers
the
and the big,
feathers and
yeah, and the
yeah,
different designs
like
and the bright,
yeah.
vibrant colors. This is her design. She had
You know
originally
what?
started
I
this.
didn't know that. When you mention it, I was just like,
Yeah,
she started,
she
right? I
started in the
didn't know.
1800s. Hmm. So it was her design. So she started out originally with a broiler hat. If nobody
Yeah.
knows what this is, give me 1 second, I'll show you.
Yes, please. Please. I just noticed. Are you wearing like pink dress, Tanya? I don't know, fuchsia, pink, whatever. I think she's gone somewhere, but
Yes, I am.
oh, are you?
I'm
Oh, yes.
wearing a
Oh, there you
spring
go.
color today. So
Very
this
nice.
is a broiler hat.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, nice. Looks good
So
on you.
originally, yes, originally she had, this was her to-go-to hat. But what she had done was she had put feathers on it. She might have put like some diamonds or something to make it a little different. She might have
Creative.
even cut it a little different. And
Wow.
this became a trend for the elite that she was doing the clothing for. They saw that she was wearing these hats and they wanted to know where they could get these hats. So here's her second
Oh,
genre,
yeah.
hats, which
Hats.
I don't think we knew about. I think because when they do the fashion shows nowadays with Chanel, it's just clothes usually. They
Mm-hmm.
don't
Mm-hmm.
they don't put the hats in, but this became her second venture that she wanted to do, and she was successful at it in the early 1900s when women especially, but men too as well, but wanted to cover their hair from birds and whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She had created this design. I don't have a feather. This is suede, but it has
Yep.
like a satin with a bow on the side. This is one of my
Yeah.
hats. I have many hats. I love
But
hats.
you can decorate anything too, right?
Oh,
Because
for
that
sure.
looks plain, but you
Yeah,
can add anything.
you can. You can. They
That's
have,
the fun part. Creative, being
yes.
creative.
Yes. They have, you can buy these things at shoe stores and those kind of things like pins
Yep.
that you can just put in there. Or if, for instance, mine has a bow, but there's a hole in it, I could always
Okay.
put something in it to make it, but I like it
Have,
like this. I feel
oh,
like
okay.
Michael
I was gonna
Jackson this
ask,
way. So.
have you ever added feathers or like ribbons or something, sparkly things, that hat?
No, not
No?
me personally. I just, because it's more British, right? Like it's a British
Yes, yes.
hat, so I like to
Yeah.
wear it plain because British are plain.
You even sound like British.
I try. I'm actually really
Right?
good at it, but I'll stop that now. So
Okay.
yeah, so she started with a hat like this,
Yep.
similar to this, and started
Interesting.
decorating it for the ladies and charging
Yeah.
enormous prices, which they would buy because they didn't care. They had money.
They had the money.
Yes.
Wow. So her main customers or clients, I don't know what it's called, like more likely the people they had money.
More
And
the
then
elite. But in the
the
beginning,
elite. Yes.
she was giving away clothes for free
She
because she
was giving
wanted,
away for
yes.
free.
So she was making some things and she was giving them away. Now, I don't know if it was to start her brand or if it was that she was trying to make other people feel comfortable in their clothing as well. It didn't really go into detail in her story about
But
why
you,
she was doing that.
yeah.
But
But
I
make more
feel,
sense though. Make more sense.
yeah,
So
I
she can
feel like,
she's growing her like that way.
mhm,
She's like uh she's building her fan too,
mhm.
right?
She's building her
Because
brand,
yeah,
which,
I don't want to go. Sorry, I don't want to go too much. But say like Instagram, okay?
mhm, mhm.
Would you rather connect to people like just like oh buy this, buy that, buy this ones, or just like start with friends? Hi, I'm Tanya. I like your show, Yuko. I like your Sunday self care show. Which
Mhm.
one do you want to do it? Like or just like you want to you can just add pay this money, go to this website,
I would,
right?
me
I'd
personally,
rather be with,
yeah, I like
yeah,
the way that she did it just because everybody nowadays it's social media, but it's not social.
it's not social.
Nobody
I'd
picks up
rather
the
connection
phone
with,
anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd rather
Nobody
connect,
gathers
personal
together.
connections. Yeah,
Yeah, there's no physical, but I want to see you outside of this
yeah,
arena, right? So I feel like for her,
yeah.
maybe she did know what she was doing. It was
But
smart.
I love her idea. she is doing what exactly she is supposed to do,
Yes. Yes.
right? To build her fan. And like, her fan, of course, she doesn't have to even advertise. She just show up and her fan buys, right?
Hmm.
She's
Hmm.
an influencer.
Yes, that is
Wow.
originally how she, but you know what's
Yes,
funny?
yes,
She
yes.
she was very humble about it. She wasn't
Really?
she was very humble about it. If someone said they like something, she would
Mm-hmm.
make it in their size or a different color and originally give that to them for free. And then that would
That's
spread
nice.
word of mouth
Of
because
course, yes.
everyone would want to know, where did you get that vest? Where did you get those pants? And that
Yes.
became her brand
Smart. Very
at
smart.
that point.
Wow.
So she did the fashion venture, she did the hat venture, and then
Yeah.
she got bored again.
Bored again?
Yes, she got bored
Okay,
again.
then what did she do?
She decided to do,
Yeah.
as we ladies all know, Coco Chanel #5
Oh,
perfume.
anybody has it? If anybody has it,
I
friends,
don't, I
you
don't.
don't,
And
you
now I
don't.
have to go buy it.
Oh, I'm sure Aman has it. Oh, Aman has it. Like anybody has it, give us a heart.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow, I don't have it. I gotta ask my husband.
I know I have to go buy it now. Now that I'm telling this story, I have to go buy it.
You know
I
what? At number five, I always felt like I'm, I don't know, I was still too young to wear it. But now, my age, I want to wear it. I deserve it. And I'm old enough to wear it. I feel like it though.
I
Yeah.
feel
So,
like perfume,
mm-hmm.
I feel like there's not really an age on it because
You
me,
think
if
so?
you're
I find it's like age on it. But
if
what?
you're
Why is
on
that?
my if you're on my Instagram, if you're a
Yeah.
follower of me, I have a perfume thing there. I don't know what it's
Really?
called, but
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
perfume thing.
I'll
And
check it
I
out. Yeah.
wear a lot of the old classics. Like one of my favorites is White Diamond by Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh no, my
I am
mother
not
used to
old
wear
enough
that
to
one.
wear that. I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Really?
I'm not old enough to wear that because when she was doing
No.
it, I wasn't even born.
So sorry, my mother-in-law, late mother-in-law, she used to wear white diamond.
I love it.
Oh
I
my
love it.
gosh.
It's a classic.
Really? Yeah, it
Um,
is classic.
I wear it. I feel like perfume doesn't have an age. However, you have to know what scents go with your
Yeah.
pheromones, right?
Go
So
with go with my pheromone?
not every
How do
woman.
I know? How do I know my
So
pheromones?
you
Sorry,
can
it
tell
goes a
if
little
you,
bit
I'm
sideways.
giving like perfume scents now. You can tell if you spray it
Yeah.
and it's not overbearing, overpowering for your
Okay. Okay.
palate, your sense, your nose sense.
Okay.
You can tell that that's for your pheromones. Like me, I'm more of a
Hmm.
flowery kind of
Yeah, me
earthy tones like
too.
pine and those kind of things don't smell good on me. They tend to linger.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
So
know what you mean.
for me, my pheromones don't like that. So I
It's
try
like
not to
more
buy.
flowery and
Yeah, I'm more of a
soft.
flory. Yeah, well, I was born in the 70s, so I'm free love, flower power.
Oh,
That
me
I'm
too.
not one of
Me
those
too.
children.
Me too.
So yeah, so sometimes you can tell when you
Oh,
spray one on if it's for you or not,
okay.
just just by the smell.
You know
If
what?
if
Sometimes
it's
when we try too many samples, we
yeah, you
just don't
can't.
know what to wear,
You
not
can't.
what to buy, right?
Yeah,
And
if
it's
you
better just like do it, not try not to smell too much at the
don't do too
the
many.
department store.
I say do one. If you go to the Bay, which is known for perfumes, as soon as you walk in the
Yep,
front,
it's right there.
pick
I
pick
know.
one. Pick one and spray it on both wrists. And then just don't do any more because your senses are going to be confused with the one that you did and then the ones that you're doing, and you're not going to know which one fits you better because it's all mixed in. It's like a cornucopia of smells. So
Oh,
I say do
okay.
one, and then the next time you're back there again, try another one. There's perfume forever for
Okay.
days. You have lots of time.
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a time
One
for
at a
sure.
time.
For sure, for sure.
Everybody, it's one at a time, all right? I learned
Unless
it
you,
one at a time.
unless you know, like if you're going there to buy one that you already have, right?
Hmm.
Then that's fine. But
Hmm.
trying them, I always only do one and have that smell for the
Hmm.
day and see how my pheromones are taking it and if I'm okay with the scent.
Yeah. Oh, the Dawn said perfume don't have an age
Yeah.
per se, but you associate them with certain people. That's why there are some perfumes my mom wore that I feel are too old for me. At least at the moment. At least at the moment. At least
No,
at the moment.
there's another one I have too. It's called White Shoulders. My
I never
nanny
heard
used to
about that.
wear it. My nanny used to wear it, and I loved it. Like that's how I.
White shoulders?
Yes, it's called White Shoulders. You
Okay.
go, you're on my Instagram. I'm following you. Go when you're done here, when you have time. I have a
Yeah,
perfume thing there. Click on it,
I will. I will.
and you'll
Okay.
see those scents that I have there. Some of them are very like my grandmother wears White Shoulders, but I love it, and I have it. I own it, and I wear it.
I like
So
when you
Dawn,
say
Dawn
I
was
own
right.
it. I
Yeah,
own it,
I
right?
do. I own it. I own it. I wear it. I own it.
Yeah. I love your confidence, Tanya. Oh my gosh. So sorry. Back to the story.
Of
Chanel
Chanel.
5. Why
Yeah.
name 5?
So what she was bored with the clothing, she was bored with the hats, so she wanted to do something different, which I think was smart because I believe in those times
Hmm.
there weren't a lot of women's fragrances or men's fragrances. I feel like people were walking around with no deodorant. I don't know. I'm not born in the 1800s, but I feel like it
Hmm.
wasn't great smelling people.
Hmm.
So I believe that.
Thank God we
Right.
were born
And
in
now we've
1800s.
evolved to deodorant
Evolved.
and spray, body spray, those things.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like what she was thinking in those days wasn't necessarily about the odor,
Oh,
but she was thinking more of what can I do next
what
that,
can I do next?
yes, what can I do
Huh.
next that's for women that
Hmm.
no one has done yet.
I love her question,
Mhm.
right? And then what kind of answer was she got it like after with that
So
magic question?
she had, I believe it was five, there was five different types of flowers that she really liked.
Hmm.
So she decided to mesh them together and make it a
Hmm.
perfume. And then instead of calling it, like a floral name or something like that, she
Yeah,
decided just to call it number five. There is
simple.
really no story behind it. She just decided that would be original enough. And
Wow,
it is
very
original
simple.
enough. We all
Yeah,
know Coco Chanel number five. All of us
number
know it.
5. It's
So
like 5 different
I believe that's what it
flowers.
was. I
Yeah.
believe it's because she chose five different flowers that she liked, but her
Yeah.
story is she just wanted to make it as generic as possible.
Hmm.
Because I believe in those times the French were making perfumes, but they were naming them things like Le
Yeah.
Fleur Bleu or something like that.
Yeah.
And she
It's
didn't
like
want to
if it's
be,
too long,
yeah,
it's so hard to remember.
she wanted to be different
You
and
cannot connect. Yeah.
she wanted to create another her own brand.
Number
So
5.
she started spraying it on herself,
Mm-hmm.
going around to these parties and these things, and women started to smell it and they wanted to
Mm.
know what is that. So
That that's good. So
that was her aha moment,
she starts, right?
and that's when she started making it and selling it, and it
Yeah.
became a thing for her. Um,
Wow. She
af-
knew how to sell. She knew how to sell,
she
right?
well, and
She
she
I don't
was
know if she
in.
did it intentionally, but she knew.
I feel like she was around that type of atmosphere where there were a
Yeah.
lot of people. So it
Mm.
gave her that opportunity to do what she needed to do. I'm not sure how she would have taken it if she was a lone individual and didn't
Yeah.
have the crowds around,
Yep. Yep.
how she might have. I'm sure she would have done it a different way, but I
Hmm.
think that helped that she was always around a lot of people. And these chateaus and these rich people who inherited family money, they were always having these elite parties and these things, so,
Yeah.
and she was in the mix of that, which helped
Yeah.
her in the long run because she ended up having a lot of customers and a lot of clients and
Of
she became
course.
a brand.
Yeah, why not? She's a fashion designer, she's a producer, right? She's a promoter, she's like
Yeah.
everything,
She's a
influencer,
yeah,
everything.
she's an entrepreneur. She's an
Yeah, entrepreneur.
individualist. She's
Yeah,
also a feminist on some parts because she didn't tend to the norm when it came to clothing. She wanted to wear men's clothing. It was more comfortable, but she wanted to give it a
that's so
little feminine.
courageous. That's so
Yes,
courageous.
exactly.
Back then, right?
Back then, yes.
Yes.
So
Wow.
after the perfume, I mean, everything was doing well. Her clothing,
Mm-hmm.
her hats, everything was doing well. But she, I believe, not that she couldn't come up with another idea. I just felt that she maybe wanted to stop.
All right.
So she went incognito for 40 years.
For 40 years.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, she lived her life. She, traveled the world, did what she needed to do. And then in 40 years, she came back
Mm-hmm.
as Coco Chanel, the fashion designer.
Just like butterfly again, right?
Yes. However, she did
Yeah.
not change her style.
Oh, wow.
She
Okay.
came back with the same type of style that she had originally done when she was 18 in clothes. It was a little bit hard for her in the beginning, but as we can
Mm-hmm.
now see and attest to, especially those of us who have kids that are teenagers or young adults, which I have
Mm-hmm.
a 20-year-old, um, I remember her buying her first pair of Converse. And when I
Mm-hmm.
was in middle school, I had Converse. So it
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
it
so
wasn't
true.
new, but to her, it was new. And I said to her, Converse are very old. You should Google when
I
Converse
know.
started, and you'll know that they're old. And she, everything's retro now for the teenagers and the baby boomers, and it's retro now. So
Yes.
they're going back to the past to wear things that we wore way back when, and now it's
Mm-hmm.
trendy again.
Train again because I know a lot of young people they go to Valley Village or Salvation Army to buy old clothes
Mhm,
and they add something or they just
mhm,
cut it off, add something. They are wearing the clothes like just like back in the 80s or like
mhm,
back in 90s,
mhm.
right? We donate. So just like, hey, that's the clothes I used to wear, right?
Yeah.
Like I see my friends' daughters,
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so that
Mo-
things Chanel did that 40 years later.
She did, and she was
Fashion kind of
successful.
repeats too, right? Kind
It
of
did, it did,
evolve
but
but repeats. Yes.
it does. But in her case, it didn't because she came back with the same ideas that she had. However,
Okay.
it was a little bit hard for her in the beginning because people were like, "What is this? Like, we don't understand."
Mm,
But now, because everything's so retro and we're going
very
back to the
much.
past to bring to the future,
Yes,
it
yes.
became a big thing again.
Yeah.
And her fashion became a fashion. I think they still do Chanel shows now.
Oh, yeah.
Her fashion house is not owned by any of her family members or anything right now. It's owned by someone
Mm-hmm.
else. I
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're keeping her same type of standards
Yeah, because
intact, but I know
design, yeah,
originally
change.
when she came back, she did what she did back in the 1800s again. She
She went
started that
back to
again.
basic, like
Yeah,
original,
back to
right?
original,
That's
original Coco
in
Chanel.
original. That's
Yeah.
interesting. And Don said, "Mom jeans. What is? You know what? I don't even know what's mom jeans. Actually,
That's new. Mom jeans are new.
what is mom jeans?
I didn't have mom jeans when I was pregnant 20 years ago, so that I think that's a
Okay,
new thing.
I'll Google it. I don't even know what's mom jeans. First
Yeah,
time I heard it,
that's a
like,
new thing. That's new.
oh yeah, oh my gosh,
It used to just be jeans for everybody.
yeah. But now it's like I know the
It's mom jeans,
dad
yeah.
jeans, or I think I've seen a dad jeans at Costco, but that's all.
Yeah.
Something. Oh my God, thank you so much for sharing Coco Chanel story. We got like two more things, hopefully. Yes, you and me. We just like this is just exactly what's happened at more than about 2 weeks ago. Tanya and I we had so much in conversation.
Yeah.
It was only like 30 minutes, like or something, but turned into an hour.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so anyway, like I need your advice. That one, I always wear a gray, black, white, and I'm afraid of wearing something bright. So
Mhm.
if I'm afraid of buying the green dress, red dress, the bright red color, you kind of shared the good idea. That's something I can start, right? Like you just like
Yes.
something maybe parts or start.
So you
Yeah,
can,
give us that idea though.
if you're one of those people who's, I don't want to say afraid of color, it's something you're not used to.
Yes, I'm not
If
used
you're
to that.
used
Yeah,
to wearing the darks, like the blacks
yeah.
and the browns and those kind of things, you can start with something small that's bright, like a scarf, like an orange scarf, or even a watch, like a red watch or green
Red
watch,
watch.
something small, clutch bag, something small, and wear it with,
Okay.
your basic colors. And each time you do that, you might feel comfortable wearing like two things that are bright colors with your dark
Yeah,
colors.
yeah.
And
You yeah.
it'll get you used to
Hmm.
seeing what it's like to have the vibrant with what you're wearing. And then eventually you'll be able to branch out and go buy an orange dress.
Ah,
So,
so like
so my advice,
gradually.
yes, my advice is to start off small with colors, especially if you're not used to colors. So anything
I
like a
like it. I like
scarf
it. Yeah,
or a clutch bag or
yeah,
even those little backpacks, that they wear, those little designer
yeah,
backpacks.
yeah. The
Anything
little
like
ones.
that,
Right.
something small to
Start
start out and
small.
see how you feel about the color and how you're feeling when you're wearing it and that type of thing. And you'll get more comfortable with it, and then you'll want to buy either bigger accessories or bigger things and then
Yeah.
branch out into something full in a bright color. That's my
Just
advice.
just like a building confidence, right? Like
Exactly.
one building, the build,
You're building
you know,
color confidence.
color confidence. I
Yes.
like that. We should make a hashtag. Build color confidence.
Yes, for sure.
Ah, that's so true. I like it's just that's something I can start. I'm not gonna be able to wear, green dress, something bright green, but
Mhm.
I can have maybe green watch, or I can have
Or,
maybe green scarf.
or even a headband. Headbands come in many different colors. Or a headscarf.
Yeah. Headscarf, you said?
Yeah, like not hijab, but you know how
Oh,
some
okay.
women fold it and then put it like a headband, like they wear it like a headband.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's a scarf, but it's not a scarf because it becomes a headband. But
Mm-hmm.
that type of thing, even that. The
Mm.
same with patterns. I know some of my friends, they're scared of patterns
Oh my
because they're
gosh.
scared that
Yeah.
it's not going to match with whatever. But that's the thing about patterns. You don't necessarily have to match it with anything because it's in of itself its own thing. A pattern is its
I
own
know.
thing,
Sometimes
right?
it's just like, okay, it's like, polka dots and flowers. Do I look okay? Or
The
like,
pattern is its own. So sometimes you don't have to accessorize or do anything because a
okay,
pattern by itself is on its own. You don't need to do anything because it's
just
already on
right.
its own.
Okay.
It's just my pet peeve is when people mix like stripes with polka dots or you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do a pattern, be consistent. Don't wear 50 patterns all the same because then
Oh,
it's gonna look strange. But again, I'm not judging if that's your fashion, if that's how you dress, then that's fine. If you feel comfortable like that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But patterns on their own are fine on their own. You don't have
Oh,
to dress
okay,
it up if you don't want to, because
okay.
again, it's its own given thing.
Mm.
That includes flowers, that includes like stripes, or some of those puzzle piece dresses. They look
Yeah.
like
Oh, I
puzzle
like puzzle piece
pieces.
dresses, but
Yeah,
I have to think. I'm the
yeah,
one like if I see puzzle piece dresses, I really like it, but I think I'm gonna go around and I come back. I'm that kind of type.
yeah.
I don't
No, and
want if
that's
I'm
fine.
leaving without buying.
And that's fine too. Again, that's another thing you can start small with if you like as well, right?
The puzzle piece,
A puzzle
maybe
piece,
the something, right? Maybe
something small, staple
scarf.
piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Okay,
even
that's
purses. I
good.
know they make crazy colored purses, different designer alligator
Hmm.
stuff. Like they do a lot of that stuff too. So just start small. That's what I
Okay,
say.
I'm
Until
gonna
you're
start small.
comfortable. Until
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
comfortable enough.
Yeah. All right. Everybody will start small, okay? And have fun vision
For
for
sure.
fashion too, right? Oh my gosh. So I think we're gonna talk. Okay, the colors with one piece. Oh, I think we already talked about everything. But before that, before that, I know you and me, we gonna talk about our perspective about the color. That's my opinion or my things that people, you shouldn't do it, or we should do it, or those things. And then you and me, we really agreed. The people wearing something in the house, or they should do something where in the house, they should keep it in the house, wear it at home, or just like you gotta dress differently when you go
Oh, I know what you're
outside.
talking about. Yeah, we had a laugh about
Yeah.
that one.
So did
Yeah,
you see any people the other day, like
I
I go
so
get pajamas?
yes, Yuku and I were in our discussion, and I made a comment about. So I'm very open-minded. I have a really big mouth. Thank you, Mother.
Really?
Um, I have
Not like Tessa, right? Not like Tessa.
yeah,
Tessa is
well,
honest.
no, Tessa, I love her. She has no
Oh my
filter,
goodness.
but you know what? You don't
No,
meet people like that every day. Trust me.
no.
Honesty is the best policy, always. I don't care. I don't care. It's always the best policy, and she
Yes.
exudes that, and I love that about her. I saw someone in their pajama. I was going to do my driver's, that Ontario photo card. There was
Yes.
a lineup down the street at
Always.
8:30 in the
Always.
morning.
Yes.
And somebody was in the line behind me, and they were wearing their pajamas and slippers outside in the snow and muck on the ground.
Oh, that's
And
sad.
I had to say something. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I just had to say, you do know you're outside and not in your bed. You have your pajamas on and your slippers. Are you aware that you came outside in your PJs and your slippers?
It's just like a fashion police,
I
right? It's
right?
kind
Like
of.
that's a faux pas. There's certain things that you should wear in your house, and people outside should not see those.
I
I'm
agree.
sorry.
I agree.
I am not trying to be rude to anyone who thinks that they can just run outside in their PJs and run back. For me, I just feel that's not acceptable. For me personally, if you do it, that's on you. But I feel like for me, my night clothes are
Yep.
specifically that. They're my night
Yes.
clothes for in the
Yes.
house. Nobody else should see them.
I
I do
totally
that with
agree.
my daughter too. Sometimes she'll go out just to check the mail because we're on the first floor and it's right next door. But I tell her,
Hmm.
you better put some pants on. Like you can't go outside and let people see what you wear to bed like that. I don't know. It's just me. Maybe it's like the Trinidad thing or something. I don't know what it is, but I just know that I was raised, your indoor night clothes are your indoor night clothes.
Keep it indoors.
You should keep it in the house. Period. End of
I
discussion.
strongly agree, though. You don't need to overdress when you go grocery shopping, but there is a clothes for any occasion, proper clothes, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
sweatpants and a t-shirt, go to the grocery store. That's fine. At least you're
that's fine, but it's
dressed.
not. Yeah, it's at least it's not flannel pajamas. I see a lot. I live in Niagara Falls. That's when I go to the Walmart, when I go to the stores. I just like, did you comb your hair?
They
Did you
probably
change
didn't
your
even brush
clothes?
their teeth. They just
Yeah, I know.
walked out the door. How do you do
I'm
that?
afraid.
That's
I'm
a whole
afraid.
nother
Like
show.
that's
Hygiene
another.
is a whole nother show.
Oh my gosh, we can do another self care and hygiene too,
Right?
right?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
like I strongly agree. I
yeah.
strongly agree. Like just like I grew up in Japan, and then typically, generally, Japanese people, we dress kind of well, and then when every time we go Japan, my husband and kids, they said, "Wow, Japanese people, they dress like just like they go to the party, or they dress like they go to the office, different from Niagara Falls." They say
Mhm.
that too, right? I
Mhm.
just like, yeah. So like there are some of my friend, my Japanese friend living here. Like when before we go back to Japan, we go to like nice store,
Mhm.
right? Nice clothing stores. And we buy kind of nice clothes to go back to Japan because say if I go out, say grocery
In your
shopping,
PJs?
say like, say grocery store. If I go out like just maybe casual store clothes, like I'm okay with it's okay. Niagara Falls, I can wear that ones, right? And my mom's gonna make me stop. Do not go out. The grocery store with that one's embarrassing.
Mhm.
It's just like, really? So that happens to so many of my friends. So we usually always buy clothes before we go back to Japan. It's a nice one.
Mhm.
So it's just we can casually go out, right? So it's different, but it's different everywhere you live. But
Yep.
I grew up like that too. Yeah, more likely like you're same as like your idea too. So
Yeah, it's
I
true.
agree. Yeah. Oh, this is Marina said. Japanese fashion is
It's
nice and
nice and comfortable.
comfortable. Thank you so much. And Amma said green dress is amazing. Yuko, look beautiful. Okay, I will try one day. I'm
No,
gonna have a baby step.
Yuko, start small.
Yes, one day, but start small. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start like a little tiny green one. I already have a green one, so like that's how we start, right?
That's yeah,
Little
well,
one.
I mean, that's very small, but okay, we'll
It is
start with
very
that.
small.
Okay,
Okay, your
so
small and my small is different. Okay,
yes, so
good.
do you want to talk about the colors for
Yes,
spring and
please. I need
okay,
I need to know. Just
I made some notes. So
teach us.
this color that I'm wearing,
Yes,
this one, I don't know if everybody can see it, but this one
beautiful.
is one of the colors. It is, I made some
What is
notes. I don't know
color?
where they are. So it falls under the pink. So pink,
Falls and under the pink.
pink.
That's what
It's
it's
called
saying.
Moody Hot Pink.
Oh,
That's one of the
moody,
colors.
hot,
Yes.
pink.
So this is Moody Hot Pink for the spring and summer. So this is one of the colors for spring.
Moody, hot, pink.
Yes.
That's okay for spring and summer. This. Oh
It's like
wow.
it's like a cross between fuchsia and magenta.
Yeah, I thought it was fuchsia, but oh, it's close. Okay, nice. I'm gonna remember that.
And then what I'm going to do, I think at the end of the show, because I can't put the link on here, I will post the link on my Instagram so
Okay.
that you guys can go and see like the actual colors. I don't know where
Mm-hmm.
my tablet is, or I would show you now, but you can go and click the link and it will show you the actual colors of all the colors that I'm about to talk about right now.
Yep.
So the Moody Pink, there's
Okay.
purple, but it's soft lilac purple.
Soft lilac
Lilac,
purple.
like really light
Wow.
purple. So
I think I love the color. Yeah.
it's like a sleek gray undertone with a pastel finish. So it's like a
Oh.
pastel purple finish with a little
Yep.
bit of gray in it. So it's very
Yeah.
light, but it's lilac. You can tell that it's lilac. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very pretty
Mm-hmm.
color. I don't own anything, so that means I have to buy something that's
That's
this
right.
color for spring.
Me too. Me too.
The other color is yellow. Uh,
Yellow. Yes.
it's called sunny or canary yellow.
You wore that's your sweater, right? That you wore the
That
other
I
day.
have, yeah. I think
It's
it's my
it's on
profile
your
picture.
Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah. It's my profile picture. So
Yeah.
so this color is moving towards lemon, but it's a little bit chalky.
Lemon?
So it's
It's a
not
little bit
quite lemon. It's
okay.
more on the light orange. So it's kind of like lemon mixed with orange.
Oh, she danced at canary like a bird.
Canary
Canary.
like the bird. That yellow is actually really pretty if you look at
Mm.
it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love the color too, right?
So
Yellow is for not for everyone. Uh-oh, Marina said yellow is not for everyone.
it's not. It's not. You're right. But according to Fashion Colors of Spring 2022, they're saying yellow, sunny, you can use sunny yellow too as well, which is
Mm-hmm.
a lighter, not as orangey.
Mm-hmm.
So they said here, Coco Chanel has canary and yellow in her Haute Couture, the fashion show that they just did last month. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she had some clothes in this color in her runway.
Oh,
So did
okay.
Alexander McQueen as well.
Mm-hmm.
We also have caramel, not the khaki.
Oh,
This is
okay.
like a neutral classic tan color.
Neutral classic tan color, the
Yeah,
caramel tone.
it's a
Okay.
little brighter than your caramel, like the candy. It's a little brighter than that.
Hmm.
But it's like a cross between a khaki and a classic tan color.
Mm.
So when I send the link, when I post the link, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about because there's a whole bunch of models with wearing the
Okay,
caramel, so
okay.
you'll know what it looks
When you
like.
send a link and when you post, and I can also repost on my stories too, so it's easier to
Yeah,
post the link too. After
yeah. I'm just
stories,
gonna.
you can go to the link,
What I'll
so
do
that'll
is
be good.
I'm just gonna put it in my feed,
Yeah,
and then you guys can just cut it and paste. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
cut it and
I think
paste it to
your
the thing.
Instagram account is private, isn't it?
Is it private?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah. I hope I
Um,
can repost, or like you can send me a
yeah,
link,
you
I
can,
can
or
repost.
I can send it to you, and then you
Yeah,
can just repost it too.
yeah, I can send a repost, send a link, put a link. I can put the link on the stories.
Yeah,
Feed is hard. It's kind of they won't will not do that,
it
but I
won't.
can
Yeah,
repost
yeah.
on a yeah. There's on the story. You can just I can
Okay.
post a link.
So here's what I'll do. I'll send the link to Yuku, and then she'll post it on her story, and then you
Yep,
guys can click on it and open it up and see all the colors that I'm talking about
that's so
today.
nice. Yes, thank you,
So
Tanya.
you're welcome. The next color is red.
Yeah,
So it's called Bold Scarlet.
I love the name. Oh my gosh, bold Scarlet.
It's a tinge of orange,
Yeah.
but a boost of red.
Boost
So
red.
here we're going with that orangey. They're trying to throw the orange in the mix there a little bit with the cannery, and then they're trying to throw it in with the bold scarlet. I have a lot of
Mm.
scarlet clothing. I have a suit actually that's scarlet red, a
Oh
jacket and
wow.
pants.
Really?
So it's a really nice color. It's like a rich color.
Oh yeah? Wow. Wow. Well, I gotta be like color confidence to wear that one.
And then the last one is
Yeah.
blue. It's sky blue. They call it sky blue.
Hmm.
It's like cornfield or cyan blue, if you know what that is.
Cyan blue.
Yeah, it's like
That we need a link.
it's monochromatic. Like it reminds you of the sky. Not the
Hmm.
darkest color of the blue, but the lighter shade of the blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's like
Okay.
a
I can picture
monochromatic
it.
sky color.
Hmm.
And those are the colors for spring, the fashion colors for spring. So you have lilac, you have canary or sunny yellow, you have moody hot pink, you have salted caramel, you have bold scarlet, and you have sky blue as the fashion fall colors for
Oh my gosh.
2022.
Wow. That's good though. I'm sure everybody is going to pick one or two ones, right? After we post the link, the colors, right? That's
Hmm.
good. And then Dawn said,
Yeah, we do.
yellow is a tough one.
Americans speak different than Canadians for sure. That
What
is
did she
true. That's
say?
a very valid point.
Like I love the pronunciation difference. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I say cannery. I don't know how Americans say it. I imagine they say it different though, for
Oh,
sure. They say a
oh,
lot of
I
things
didn't.
different. And
Oh, I
remember,
didn't
because
know.
we're French too, right? So a lot of our street names and those kind of things have
Yeah,
like
French.
UE at the end or
Yeah,
VUE at the end, like Boulevard, like some of those street
that's
names,
right. There's a boulevard. Yeah,
Croissant, it's French. So
croissant.
our language is a little different than American, but because we have that French stuff in there, thrown in there too.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's
and
true.
we do not always say A. You have not heard me say A this whole entire time.
Are you a Canadian?
I
Canadians supposed to
am.
say A,
I'm
right?
Scotian. I
Are
should be
you
saying A
Scotian?
more than anyone.
Oh my God. I didn't know that Scotian. There's a Scotian exist. Oui, that's French. Yes.
That's French, yes.
Yeah. So
Mm.
the Don said yellow is a tough one, but I like to mix with others in the skirt away from my face. Oh, that's
Yeah,
a great idea.
yeah. And I feel like sometimes the bright colors, um if you're really pale, like you have really pale skin,
Yeah.
then I feel like bolder colors are better for you, whereas the lighter shades make you look more pasty.
Yeah.
They make you
All
look more
pasty.
chalky. They make you look more,
Oh.
they're not, I don't want to say for you, but it doesn't
Mhm.
make your skin look nice. Do you know what I mean?
That's super important. We wanted our skin look good, right? Color enhance our skin,
Yes,
right?
for
We wanted
sure.
to
Clothing should.
wear,
And
right?
makeup as well. You should know what what's for your
Oh,
skin
that's
type,
super important.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's super important. Oh my gosh, there you go. So I'm
Okay,
teasing.
and
We set canary.
what so Yoku, do we have enough time to do our own thing? Like, remember what we were talking about? We were going to discuss our own fashion, whatever.
Old-fashioned things. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
I already did it, but just okay.
Oh,
Go
did
ahead.
you?
Go ahead. I'm just
Okay,
like
maybe I didn't
my
do it.
own. Okay, my own. Go ahead. My old-fashioned things is okay. You know what? I am very agree. Okay, now I know. I really totally agree. My old-fashioned things is, or my goal is, I want to wear fashion I can represent who I am.
Hmm.
I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel me. I
Hmm.
don't really want to feel like somebody else, right? That's my own fashion things too. But you said it so many times. It's so resonate, right? But I want to hear from you. Go ahead. Go ahead. We do still have a time.
So for me,
Mm-hmm.
I I'm darker skinned, so I can wear anything.
That's
But
good.
when I first came to Toronto, I was 20,
Yeah.
and I came during Caravana, which is
Mm-hmm.
amazing because there's like a cornucopia of cultures, there's a cornucopia of colors.
Yeah,
It was amazing to see
it is.
and to walk into uh, this parade and this I was happy and
Yeah.
excited, and it was just amazing to
Mm-hmm.
see people of all different races, all different colors, wearing different colors, bright and
Yeah.
feathers and diamonds and jewels and half naked and
I
just
know.
it was
Such
so
a
interesting for me.
freedom of floating, right?
Yes, freedom of
Yeah.
colors, yes.
Yeah.
So when I came here, I was more of a I would do neutral tones like blacks, grays, dark blue, navy, like those kind of things. But then I seen this and I said, wow, people can actually wear orange, like a whole orange jumpsuit, and they're fine with it. So I ran into my closet and chucked out everything that was dark and I just replaced it with colors. So for me, I'm
Really?
okay wearing
Okay.
bright colors, and I will buy a dress like this in moody hot pink and wear a dress. I have a suit like this too. I have yellow,
Mm-hmm.
I have orange tube dress that I got from Ardennes, which anyway, it's just I love colors. I didn't start out like that always, but
No, but
I
when
found
you
that
came in Toronto,
yeah,
you saw it. Like
I saw
people
it
was,
and I want to say I was happy. Like I felt happy that I could see people in these colors in like that I want to eat, like food colors and those kind of things. Like it was
yeah.
exciting time for me. I was so
So
excited for that.
something tap into it, right? Like you just like open up and just like I'm Tanya. Like you just
I
like found
can,
your true
yes.
colors.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can. And then I just lost it. Like everything in my closet is colors. I have every possible
Really?
color except for lilac, which I will have.
So you changed it. Only like you saw it, you just like took action.
Yeah, I completely
You felt it and you took
I'm
action.
I'm the type of personality that kicks in the door. So I didn't want to start off slow. I wanted to just start wearing colors.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
So
you
I just started wearing
opposite to me.
colors
Yeah.
because I
Me,
wasn't
it's just
afraid
like
to do
little
that.
tiny things, but you just start.
Yeah, I just started being bold right away as soon as I came here. And I got rid of all my dark stuff. I own a
Okay.
black suit, but only one.
Yeah.
I own a navy suit, but only one. But then I have like orange, I have caramel, I have yellow, I have green, like the light green suit. Like I have all the other colors.
Wow. Just curious, when you wore the bright orange
Hmm.
suits or yellow things, right? First time, I mean, almost first time. How did you feel? You didn't feel uncomfortable when you walk on the street?
I loved it. Everybody was staring at me. I didn't care. I loved it.
Really?
And this is
Yeah, then you
Toronto.
are brave. Marina
So
said, right?
people don't care. Like people don't notice. If they like something, they'll tell you. Or they'll say, "Oh, that looks so good on you. Where did you buy that?" I never tell people where I buy my clothes because I'm exclusive to me. But um, I, I, f- I felt fine. I think what happened was that was what I needed in my life at that time. I needed some
Okay.
color.
You needed some color because you went back in, you were in your hometown. You were the one, you were the wearing like black and like pretty much neutral
Navy,
ones,
yeah, gray, dark gray,
dark
um,
gray.
like that green, that army green, that dark army. Like
Yeah, like
all the
just
colors were dark. I would
mhm.
wear like a white t-shirt or something, but nothing, no. My fashion sense back then, when I was in my teen years to now, is completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
And then when first time you wore a bright color, you felt very comfortable.
I did. You know what's so funny? I was actually happy because I saw this
Really?
dress at H&M and I wanted to buy it. And I was with my daughter. She was small then. No, she wasn't born. I was with my friend, sorry, my younger friend.
Hmm.
And you know how young people are, oh, you should buy that. That'll look good on you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
always saying those things. And I'm like,
I
no,
heard
no,
about yes.
I don't. So what I did was I hid it behind some other clothes and I thought about it. And then I came back the next day and I bought it
Mm.
because I originally was scared.
You hit
But
it the other
yeah, I hid it.
and you went back again.
Yeah, and
Oh
it was
goodness.
there. I bought it the next day. And then I wore it and I've had it ever since. That orange dress, I've had it for years. It's like a timeless piece though.
Really?
It's one of those things that I do with my fashion. So I know that people are trendy and they want to
Hmm.
buy clothes that are in fashion. I'm the type of person who will buy timeless pieces.
Timeless
So
pieces. Yeah.
I will buy a
Hmm.
scarlet red suit.
Okay.
And 10 years from now, I will still be able to wear that scarlet red suit.
Do you
It will
change
not be,
anything, like little things to
yeah, it
you
won't
know
be out
the
of
suit?
fashion. It won't be out of style. It's one of those things that, and I feel like it's just me because my mom was always like an awesome dresser. Like her clothes were bad. I used to go in her closet when I was a teenager and wear her stuff
Hmm.
and then put it back like I didn't wear it. So I
Mm.
got that fashion stuff from my mom,
Oh,
who used to
okay.
do that back in the 70s.
You got your mom was influenced, like
My
she
mom,
influenced.
yes, for
But and
sure.
then you've been doing model since you were two,
Since I was, yeah,
because yeah, your mom was working at the clothing store
yes,
or
she
something
was.
too, right?
Yeah. And she was doing it too. But I think
Wow.
she wanted us to get to, so we were quieter kids. So she
Hmm.
figured putting us on the runway would make us open up a little more and be, a little more confident about ourselves. And for me, it worked.
Wow. It
For me, it
worked.
worked wonders. Um, my brother, not so much. He didn't like it. There
Hmm.
was too much people, and he was like mommy's boy, so
Yeah.
it was a little hard for him. But for me, no, I was fine with it.
You are so I shouldn't say lucky, but maybe lucky. Like you found something you love and you feel good such a
Yeah,
young
early
age,
on. Yeah, for sure, for sure,
right?
for sure. I
Wow,
feel like
that's
that's what
amazing.
life's about, though. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to be comfortable in the decisions that you make,
Yep.
regardless of if it's fun fashion, if it's, what type of shoes you wear, what type of job you have. You
Yep.
have to be comfortable in yourself, what you're doing,
Yes.
and the decisions that you're making too. Like it has to
That's
be,
so true.
you have to do things where you're not second guessing yourself. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
if you make a decision, you're like, no, that's the decision. I'm making it. That's it. Make it, do it, done. That's it. You
So
have
that
to
goes to
try to,
fashion. Yeah.
yeah, try
Yeah.
to instill that in
Everything,
yourself.
every area in your life.
Every aspect of that's self-care. That's what we come here on Sundays for, is self-care
Yeah.
advice. And I feel like that's something that is self-care for sure, for
Yes,
you to be
I understand.
comfortable in whatever decision you make and whatever you're doing with yourself personally,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
mentally, whatever that scenario looks like, you need to be comfortable with it.
So
I
important.
learned that at an early age. When I was little, I learned that you have to um, speak for yourself and be yourself. Like, I don't know how to really put it in words. Just be
Oh,
you.
just be you. That's so true. Like
There's nothing wrong with
my,
you.
yeah, my one word is be yourself. So I really feel it. Just be you. Like
Be
that
you.
way you can have fun. Like whatever you're wearing, just be you, but
Yep.
don't wear pajamas outside.
Yeah, that no. Don't do that. But do the other stuff, but don't do that. For
You
sure.
can wear comfortable pajamas inside as much as you want. Just be
Exactly.
you at home. But when you go outside, you're gonna be a little bit more responsible.
Yeah.
But
And
you can still wear something you feel just like me. This is
that's
me,
you. That's fashion
right?
fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's so
can,
true.
for
Like
sure.
you said, like temple. Like what did you say? Like you are your own temple or something. Like when you go like temple or I mean, so, like say like here church. When you go church, you don't go church with pajamas. I see the people go to church. They dress up.
Are you? They go in their best clothes and their best hats to church.
Yeah.
They
Why
don't
don't
fool
you
around with
do
that.
it for yourself everyday life, right? You don't
Yeah,
need to
you
wear
should.
suits, but do not choose pajamas.
I wear suits.
You know what? Suits. When I see the people dress up at the church, like you, if you wear suits, right? That makes me smile actually. I really like it. You look beautiful,
It's classy.
right?
It's
Yeah.
classy, it's easy, it's unique, and you can just always mix it up with a different type of top or a scarf or a purse. Like you can always mix it up. It doesn't
Oh
have to
yeah.
be just a plain suit, um,
Yeah.
which I do.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
I don't I don't know. I have a lot of pictures on my Instagram, like with me. I
Mhm.
don't know, Yuku, if you've had a chance to scroll through stuff, but
I checked. I've checked.
I my Instagram is my Instagram. So,
I
and I'm
know.
the selfie queen. I take selfies every day and I pick
Why
one
not? Why not?
every once in a while. I'll pick ones that I want to put
Yep.
on my thing. And I get bored really easy too with having the same picture all the time on my,
Just
I
like
just
a
get
just
really,
like a Coco Chanel, right?
yeah, Coco Chanel. I get bored really easy, so I want to switch it up. So I'm always switching my picture
Mhm.
too all the time, just because
Yeah.
I don't want to see that one anymore. It's been there for a couple weeks. I need it. So I'm like
Yeah.
that too. With fashion too and colors. I think that's why I and we're talking about the fun colors of the spring and the
Absolutely. Yep.
lilacs and the yellows and those type of things, and they are fun colors. I feel like when you open your closet, it makes you smile because you're like, oh, there's
What?
yellows and oranges and greens in here, and it's like a party.
It
It's like a
makes you
cooking
excited.
party.
Yeah. You can have party too. Well,
Exactly,
when you
exactly.
feel happy, that's self-care,
For sure,
right?
for sure.
Self-care to yourself, and it makes everybody else happy, right? If you're
Hmm.
happy, people around you, they feel your happiness.
Hmm.
It's all good. It's such a really good things, right?
It
Good
is.
vibe you create.
It is. I try.
Yeah.
I
We
try.
gotta
I
try.
try.
We gotta try, right? So
Or
the
I do,
Marina's,
as Tessa-Marie would
yes, I
say, I
know.
do. I
You know what?
do.
I was exactly thinking same things. Like, oops, did I say
Yeah,
try?
I corrected myself really quick. So when she sees
Yeah,
this, she'll know, okay, she
yeah,
corrected herself. I'm good.
yeah.
I do that. That's what I
I
do.
know. Yeah, that's what I not try. That's what
Yeah.
I do, right? I
No
know.
negatives, no negatives. Always
No, not.
positives.
Yeah, always positive. So
For sure.
Marina said, fashion, there are so much options for every budget. That's so true. Secondhand and consignment is great. I like secondhand and consignment stores. Sometimes I find it such a like fun clothes too, right? I can see it too. So I like it too. But
I don't.
I always make sure I always smell first though.
I'm not.
When I go to secondhand store, consignment store, it's my
Yeah,
habit.
because it's
I
everybody's
always
leftovers.
sniff.
I don't, and
I know.
hats
I'm
off to
weird.
you guys who do that. I don't personally. I like brand new stuff that's still in the plastic.
Hmm.
I don't buy stuff off the racks. I want them to
Mm.
go in the back and get me something from the back that's the same. Like I don't, and I'll wash the
That's so
clothes before I
nice.
wear them too. I'm very,
Oh, very much. Yeah.
yeah, I'm particular like that. I don't
Yeah. You never
wear the
know.
clothes.
Somebody already tried it. You never know. But yeah, that's so true.
For me, I like the stores.
Yeah.
I'm an online shopper though too. I
So
really
which store you recommend? I mean, who
uh
do you usually use
there's a few.
online?
There's a few. I don't want to share that because I don't go in there and buy the same stuff as me. But
Oh,
there
okay.
are a few. Yeah, I kind of keep that to myself. But I
Oh,
mean, there's lots of options. There's
yeah.
lots of options online. Everybody has their own style.
Yeah.
Everybody wears things a different way. There's nothing
Hmm.
wrong with it. I feel like fashion is a cornucopia of everybody's whatever they feel that they
Yeah.
like and they want to
Yep.
wear. That is your fashion sense. That's who you are. That's who you represent. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't think that people should, I mean, everyone has an opinion, but I
Hmm.
feel like my nanny used to always tell me, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything.
Mm.
Like keep those negative thoughts to yourself because
Yeah.
that person may feel good about themselves that day. And then your negative thought will bring them down,
Mm.
even if they're
Yeah.
wearing pajamas. And that wasn't a negative thought that I made. It was a
No,
comment
you
that
give
I
a lot,
told that
right?
person. I'm like, do you not know you are wearing your PJs outside? Those are
Yeah.
not outside clothes. That was a comment I made. I didn't say
Yeah.
you look ugly in them or
No.
you know
No.
what I mean? I didn't degrade them, but I just let them know that for me personally, that's not acceptable. And are you aware that you're wearing pajamas outside? That's all I said.
Yeah.
So
That's
for
more like a loving too.
yes,
Yeah.
it's
No
in a
criticisms.
stranger.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's true. So
Yeah.
I didn't put any negative connotation on it. I just made an observation. So
Yeah.
there's a difference
There's a
between the
difference,
two
of course,
for
right?
sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay, time flies. All
It
right.
does. Is it 10:30?
That's 10:46.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's okay. That's why usually Tess and I we tend to do a little bit long, but I am so happy. And then like Dawn and like Marina, who else staying here? Tess always likes to
I
check,
know.
right? Yeah, you guys still staying with us. I really appreciate it. So after that, when Tanya sends me a link, I am going to post on my story. That way it's easy to put the link
Yeah, and they
when
can
you
just
tap
click.
it and just go to the link too.
Yeah, perfect.
All
And then you'll
right,
see all the colors. They're so beautiful. I love them all.
I'm gonna take an action. I am going to pick at least one color Tanya suggests.
Good for you.
Take an action. All right. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you for your
You're
time.
welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I had such a great time, and I am pretty sure we're gonna ask you to, come to our show too.
Yes, please. I love it. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you so much. All right. Have a
Bye. Have a
great
good
rest of
Sunday.
your Sunday. All right. Bye.